The thing about survival Minecraft is you need loads and loads of resources. And you could go mining for them or killing for them, but it's a lot easier to go farming for them. On the Avotopia SMP, the community is absolutely awesome. And there are some community farms on here that are just insane. And today, I'm going to introduce you to 9 of them. Yeah, 9. And we might even do some building, because look over there, I've not built in that for way too long. We need to sort that out. But first up, we need to get to farm 1, and that's across in the Nether, which is through this Tory gate, because I want some wither skeletons. By the way, if you'd like to come and play on Avotopia, you are more than welcome. It's open to my redstone patrons and above. Go to avomance.com and it's got all the details on how you can become a redstone patron and what all the perks are. There are loads of them. Come and play with us. Anyway, wither skeletons. This is the wither skeleton farm, and this is an absolute piece of work. Through there you can see some piglins, loads and loads of wither roses. But Infiniminimal, and by the way, this is Infiniminimal's wither skeleton farm. Busy bees and invitees are allowed in. This wither skeleton farm is awesome. I'm loving it. Just have a little wander around. I just look walking around it, look. Isn't it fun? We've got multiple piggies with loads and loads of slabs on the floor to stop anything spawning where we don't want them. And there are multiple spawning levels in this farm. Look at this. You've got another one underneath and there's another one on top. Although he does give full credit to everyone else that's helped him and some of the other tutorials that he's found on YouTube. He's put these glazed terracotta blocks in there because he knows how easy it is for me to get lost. I literally don't know where I'm going. I get lost in a single chunk. But right here, I think, is the kill area. Yep. So this is the kill area. Look, you've got the wither skeletons flowing down into that area there. I love the fact that they flow down in lava, by the way. That is a really cool feature to have. I need to drop down here onto the slime block. Oh, that's the right one. Yes, it is. There we go. Right, and along here, apparently, there should be another thing. I think I'm going up this way. Yep, this looks like a kill chamber. So apparently, if you come really close, you can batter them just through that corner, like that. There we go. This is really impressive. It's quite scary big. I'll take the XP. It's quite scary big. This entire loading system is inspired by Mumbo Jumbo and some other people as well. But isn't it cool? Look, the wither skeletons are just slowly folding them way into here, and then just give them a little tap, and oh my goodness, there they go. Now let's go and look at a Froglight Farm. And this is the Froglight Farm, built inside a bastion. All you need to do is enter the AFK spot here. You've got a load of snow there. They don't like the snow, these mamba blocks, so they die a lot. And the little ones fall through, and I can hear the frogs. If you listen very carefully, there are frogs. In fact, I can see some frogs. They look a little bit like that, and there they go, eating those little magma cubes and popping out a load of those There's something wrong about this, isn't there? They're actually pooping out these froglights. It's just wrong on so many levels. This design is really clever because we use the magma cube spawner in order to get the magma cubes into the farm rather than waiting on natural spawning. Which obviously means you're not worried about whatever else is spawning because these are going to spawn anyway. They're not part of the mob cap. Super simple design, but gets you loads of froglights. Now, anyone fancy some ghasts? Now, we are very high above the nether roof, and this is really normal for a ghast farm because we need only ghasts to be spawning. It's really difficult to get them to spawn inside the nether itself, so up to the top you go. And this little AFK spot here is great, but if we want to go and see what's going on, we need to go down here, down the ladder. And as we get closer, we can hear ghasts screaming in pain, which feels terrible to hear, but you know what? We need the tears, right? So turn it on right there. That sends off that cart to collect up all the ghast tears, and then your AFK right up at the top. And everything gets collected in this box. Look, we've got loads of stuff going on there. I'm just going to sign the guest book. These are actually really easy farms to put together. You've got the chamber at the top that's big enough just to spawn the ghast. They die a lot in there, and the tears get sucked through there by the minecart with Hopper. And if you weren't sure, they die because there's not enough room between these blocks for their hitboxes not to get compromised, and as a result, they basically die of suffocation. I know, us Minecraft players are horrible. Speaking of horrible, let's go and take a look at a blaze farm. And the blaze farm is unsurprisingly inside this fortress. We've got 2 spawners that were really, really close together. So they're going to spawn off those blazes, which are going to flow into the lava. And obviously, as we saw before, the lava now will push those blazes slowly into the kill chamber. The entrance is down here, I'm told. Yep, if we come down, we can get into the kill chamber right here. Just give him a bash. Just come up. Die a lot. Go on. Die a lot. I forgot to turn the lever on. There you go. Go and collect the things. Couple of minutes with a lutein-free sword, and there's 35 blaze rods there, and the 6 that I've got here in my inventory as well. I might keep those ones. Don't tell anyone. Just turn that off, because we do try to make sure all our stuff is kept off wherever possible. Let's go on to the next one. On the way, I'm just going to kill this magma cube, because I can. All these farms are by Infini, by the way. If you hadn't realised, look, there's the sign. Infiniminimal again. They're just farm mad. Really good at it though. We're back to the overworld for the rest of the farms. Well, not all of them. There's one that we're not. We'll talk about that in a minute. But before we get on with them, I do want to pop over to the mates base in the Hall of Heroes. There's a few new people that I'd really like you to meet. Please do come along. This is the Hall of Heroes. It's where I acknowledge the people that support the channel, whether they're YouTube members or patrons of any level. I'd really like to introduce you to a few new people that have just joined us. But if you want to skip to the next section of Avotopia, I completely understand that. The timestamp is in the description and also up on the screen. But I do really invite you to come and meet these people. They're amazing. Our first new friend is a YouTube member of the Cobblestone Flavour. Where are you, Boop? Yeah, over here. Hello, Boop. Thank you so much for becoming a Cobblestone member. I really appreciate it. You are glowing in the light. And I've also got 2 brand new Redstone level members that I want to say thank you to. First off, Russell Baylor. Thank you, Russell, so much for becoming a Redstone level member. It's fantastic to see you up on that Redstone wall. And also, Richard Tyndall. Richard joining the Redstone ranks. Thank you so much for becoming a Redstone member. It's really brilliant of you, and I'm very grateful. And there are a few patrons in the hall that I want to say hello to. And if you want to get involved, support the channel and become a patron and get your statue here, Avomance.com is where you want to go. That's got all of the information. That's Avomance.com. And we are straight up to the Redstone level. By far the most popular patron level, because being a Redstone patron or above gets you loads of perks. Not only entrance to Avotopia, but you get to download Avomancia, my new world, plus a load of other stuff as well. And today we've got a few new peeps up here. First up, Prince SLT, or as I like to call her, Snotty. It's so gorgeous to see you. Let me make you glow, Princess. Really great to see you. Thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. It is an absolute pleasure to know you. You've been a member of the community for a while now. It is brilliant to have you up there. Also, Jesse Sheldon. Jesse, thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. You are looking fabulous up in that red armor on the Redstone block. I really appreciate the support, Jesse. Thank you. Please Just Breathe. Oh my goodness, Please Just Breathe. It is brilliant to have you up there on that block. Thank you so much for the support that you give the channel. It is absolutely amazing. Cringy Boy. Are you really a cringy boy? I bet not. You're not, because you've managed to support me at Redstone level, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Cringy Boy. It is amazing of you. Then we got Eric's, that's plural. Is there more than one of you, Eric? But thank you so much, all of you, or just one of you, for becoming a Redstone patron. It's absolutely brilliant to see you there, and I love having you in that red armor on that Redstone block. Carson Hathaway. Carson, thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. I really appreciate it. You're looking brilliant in this row, but it's fantastic to have you as a member of the community. And Salazar, almost bashed into you then, Salazar. Salazar, thank you so much for becoming a Redstone patron. It is superb to have you at the end of this really weird can. I hope that right shoulder's really strong, mate, because you've got to hold them all up. What an amazing group of people. Thank you so much, all of you. But we're not done yet, because here in my overly optimistic Iron Patron Hall, this is my tier 3 patrons, we have got a brand new Iron Patron, Renton Bear. Renton, absolutely brilliant. You're looking fantastic, by the way, can I say, in that iron armor. Thank you so much for becoming an Iron Patron. That's absolutely superb. I really do appreciate all of that support you give me. Thank you so very much. Iron Patrons get that little bit extra perkage when they come onto the server, plus other bits and pieces as well. And if you're a Redstone member, remember, you can always become an Iron Patron, because upgrades are allowed. You are all absolutely amazing. But we've not finished there, because my tier 4 patrons get something quite special out here. And Dino Racer, let me glow you up, my friend. Thank you so much for becoming a diamond patron. You've got diamond armor, you've got a diamond block, and you have got a diamond personality. I'm hugely grateful. The fact that you follow me creeps me out a little bit, but I'm all right with that. Thank you so much for becoming a diamond patron. It is just the absolute most wonderful thing you can do. Thank you for the support that you're giving the channel. It's absolutely brilliant. I cannot tell you how very grateful I am. And we're going to leave Dino out here by the pool with all of these other diamond patrons, whilst we go and say hello to one more person over in the mate space. And the mate space is situated on the other side of this absolutely amazing lobby world of the Avotopia server, underneath that big old tree. Mates aren't necessarily patrons, they're not necessarily people that have joined through YouTube membership, but they comment, they support, they're always there with a smile, they're active in the Discord, they do all that type of thing. And I've got a brand new mate that I want to introduce you to. Avomancia Season 1 was this lovely cyan colour, but soon Avomancia Season 1 finished. And the yellows came along for Avomancia Season 2. Really love the yellows. And then green for Avomancia Season 3. And here we are, Season 4, ready for Episode 7. And Episode 7's mate is Cat. Cat, relatively new to the community, but oh my goodness, Cat has got so involved on Twitch, in the comments, on Discord. It is absolutely superb to have you in here, Cat. And quite frankly, I should have done it earlier, even though you've not been around for very long. Thank you so much for all the support you're giving me and the community and the channel. It's absolutely amazing. Let's get back to Avotopia. Thank you to absolutely everybody that's taken the time to support the channel and become a patron as well. Hopefully, I'll see you here on Avotopia. It'd be great to have you as part of the server if you're not already. But right now, we've got some more farms to take a look at. First up, slimes, because we love slimes. Unsurprisingly, it's Infini again. We're at that AFK spot right next to the Nether portal. It's quite a long way down there though, look. And you're in a little glass cage just AFKing away so you can take the slimes that you generate. Infini tells me that this is Ilmango's design and not his. He very, very specifically wants to make sure everybody knows that, which is good. You should always give credit to the people that came up with the design first. Although Infini has added a crafter down there now, which Ilmango hadn't done. So let's have a little fly down, because I'm pretty sure there's a window for peeking in. Yeah, there is on all these sides. Look, so we've got inside here, we've got a light level of 1 that's been... Oh, I missed. Let's try again. That's terrible flying. Avomance, you're just so rubbish. Land, you're going too quick, mate. That's the problem. Come down here. There you go. You can cope with that. And if you look through there, you can see there is a golem. I'm not going to fall off. No, I'm not. There's a golem right in the middle, and the slimes are attracted to the golem. Because it's like level 1, you can see all those mushrooms. That means only the slimes can actually spawn, no other mobs can. And the slimes are killed in the powdered snow and a soul campfire. This crafter right here, which has got a few slime balls in it already, that will fill up. Pushes them into blocks and it gets collected there. I'm just going to nick a stack of slime blocks because that might be quite handy. Thanks for that, Infini. I'm going to go on to the next one now. And our next farm is Infiniminimal's Drowned Farm. This is Infini's own design. And what we've got is we've got water columns below and above us. So that's taking into consideration that 128 block area around us that mobs are going to spawn in, which makes sense, doesn't it? They're not going to spawn within 24-25 blocks of us, but they will spawn beyond that. And what happens? The drowned fall down into this. This one's got... Oh, do you fancy giving me the fork? Have I got a fork in here? I wonder if you're going to drop the fork for me. Did you drop the fork? Dropped trident! Right, I'm keeping the trident. I'm keeping the trident. That's mine now. That's mine. I licked it. It's mine. I licked it. It's mine. That's all right, isn't it? First time. I quite like that. It's also got impaling free on it. This is brilliant. I need to put mending on that and get that fixed because it's only got 38 durability left. Not too shabby, even if I do say so myself. So you can stand here and just batter the drowns away. They like getting on fire because, you know, my fillet knife, it's just got a little bit of fire aspect on it. Wet things don't like that too much and it fills up just here. I really like this one, Infinite. It's a really great design. With it working above and below you, it means you're maximising the opportunity, which makes a lot of sense to me. Anybody fancy just a little bit of prismarine? I think we should possibly just pop over to see a farm that was actually built by Mama May. And it's really gorgeous. You've seen this one in an earlier episode. And just for the record, I actually love this farm. These guardians here were done by Healing Monkey on the server as well, but Mama May did the actual thing itself. The AFK spot is up there. The guardians fall down there. Let's just pop ourselves down and take a quick look. It's a relatively simple design. As you can see, we've got dispensers at the top that create the waters that come down to as far as the gates. That allows these guardians to spawn in. They're collected down there, and right down at the bottom, I will show you, coming down. Here we go, right to the bottom. We have got the death chamber, where they all die a really lot, and you can get all of the lovely prismarine and stuffs. The on button is just here, where if I flick that, that is going to trigger a redstone torch tower to flick on all of that water in the dispensers. If I come up, there should be water flowing down now. Yes, there is. And if we go up to the AFK spot, what we'll find is that we'll get some guardians going. Let me come up. It's a two-step process. One's to the top of that, and the second one to the top of the actual AFK spot itself. And you can see all the guardians just flowing into the centre there to go down to the kill chamber. It seems a little bit cruel, but, you know, they're just sort of fish, really, aren't they? And everybody loves a bit of fish, right? The storage area was done by Thunderboo, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we got some shulker loaders that were added in by Infini, because, you know, Infini loves the shulker loader. And down at the bottom is where all the shulkers are. You've got a chest full of shulkers full of crystalline crystals, one full of shards, one other full of shards, and another full of crystals. And there's also loads of other fish and stuff as well. Just need to remember to turn it off with the same button so as I don't leave that water flowing. Next up, we're making things pretty because we're going to go across to a flower farm. I don't know why your legs wiggle when you stop using the rockets. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? It's like you're trying to balance yourself, but I feel like I'm falling. Obviously, falling with style. Now, I heard you when I said flower farm. You thought, boring, yawn, who wants a flower farm? They're just squares and stuff, and they've got nothing interesting in. Well, no, dear viewer, you are wrong on this one. Because whilst these farms still use the classic square water thingy type method, which is still the most effective way to get flowers, the entire farm is colour coded. You've got different coloured flowers coming into different coloured buildings with different types of flowers spawning inside it, and then a central building in the middle to sort out all the flowers that you make. Made into the style of a beautifully coloured village. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it this way before. This is a really great way to sort out your flower farm. Flower farms, yeah, they're really important. You get loads of dyes, of flowers. It's a really important farm to have, actually, but to make it so beautiful like this is such a great idea. And Thunderboo, you're a genius. And when I say they're all connected up to that central building, I meant it. It's not like you have to move the stuff across yourself. They're all connected up using water streams. And inside this big central building, I mean, it's quite open here, but if we go downstairs, it's actually quite gorgeous. Look at it, isn't it beautifully built out as well? I really love the way it's done. So we've got bone meal goes into the barrels. That gets led over, so obviously you need bone meal for the flower farms. Each one of these things is color coded. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And then you can control it all from here as well. Look, so if you want cornflowers, whap, cornflowers now are loading. If you wanted, I don't know, orange tulips, whap, orange tulips are now are loading. Turn them off like that. Isn't it so cool? And you can come and say hello to a little mate whilst you're here as well. There's also a cocoa bean farm here designed by my mate Ray's Works. Thunderboo built it. It's quite simple really when you think about it. Just turn that on and that just flaps that lever. You just bang on your cocoa beans there. This is going to be shoving bone meal onto it, making the cocoa beans grow, and that shoves loads of cocoa beans onto here. Should we have a go? I think we're going to have a go. Let's turn it on. I've got to stand here and right click on here. There you go. Right click and it breaks it off and it should make the cocoa beans. Yeah, I'm farming. I'm even getting my farmer levels going up as a result. If I just keep my right mouse button punched, that develops the cocoa beans. I've taken all of the cocoa beans out of the chest underneath me, by the way, so it was empty. So what we should find is, once I've used all of these up, and it was an entire stack of cocoa beans, you're kind of getting cocoa beans fed to yourself as well, and eventually I'm going to run out. Some of them fall into my inventory rather than the collection system. There we go. So now I've still got 12. Let's turn it off. Right, so I've got 12 here plus all of those. So if I put that, we've actually more than doubled the number of cocoa beans. It's still going. How much have we got in here? Loads. Look at that. I'll take that out. Let's final it up. There we go. So there was one stack. Now there's 3 and a bit. For all of those chocolate lovers out there. Now, there is one more farm that we need to visit, but it's a very, very long way away. In fact, it's not even in this dimension. The old style shulker farms use entity cramming to kill the shulkers. Now, that's great and all, but when you're on a server, you don't want to be cramming the entities. What happens is the shulkers spawn in, up they come, and they gradually find themselves up towards the top, running through this gauntlet here, which I think is hilarious. But eventually they spawn into this point here, and when they open, like, oh, that was good timing, when they open like this fella does, the Wither Rose says, I'm not very good for you, poisons the hell out of it, and as a result, the shulker dies. Poor little shulker. Yeah, go on, open up again. I want to see you being dying off of dying. There you go. And the shells get collected up and go down into the collection chamber. And all the shells get collected up here. I might need just a few. You never saw that. I was never here. These are not easy to make. I'm not going to lie to you. You have to ship your shulkers in to get you started from a nearby city. It's more of a building, really. It's not a city. How is that actually a city? I've got a question for you. How is that a city? It is merely a building. Yeah, I know. I'm being a pedant, but come on. It's a single building. Since when was that a city? The shulkers get duplicated because they hit each other with their fiery breath. And they're firing the fiery breath because you've got a snowman down here and they don't like snowmen very much. So they fire it at the fiery snowman, which isn't very fiery because it's cold. But that means you get more shulkers every time and they go into that little area there and die and give us a shulker shell. So I'm not complaining. I'm not going to question how it works. It just does. And I love it. So that is 9 community farms that are available on the server. Well, I say community, if Infinity invites you or Mama Mate or whoever owns the farm, then it becomes a community farm. But I've got to be honest, Avotopia, it's just like one big community anyway. But I am going to give you a freebie. This is the 10th one. It's the Enderman Farm. You come up here, you go through there. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. Let's go through there like that. That goes down. You crawl through. I open up in here and where's it gone, the Enderman Farm? I know it's down here somewhere. Hang on, let's come down. And the Enderman Farm is over this way. See? Look, because the sign says so. This one was made by Willy39. It's open to all, which kind of means you're taking your life into your own hands. If you die, you die. But it's perfect as this one. So you run across here, and it's really beautiful. I love the fact that we used all this cherry blossom, and that we've got steps to make this road just a little bit more interesting. So what we need to do to get this fella going is fly up here with our elytra and remove these torches. And the removal of these torches means that the Endermen start to spawn. So I'm just going to take all of these out. And once they're gone, hopefully we should see the Enderman coming in once I go back down to the AFK, not AFK area, you know what I'm talking about. Just along here. It's like a runway now. I feel like an aeroplane. There we go. And they're already coming down. It doesn't take very long. This one's bonkers, by the way. You get an awful lot of stuff. I might stop here for a minute and get a bit more XP. I'm only on 35. If I'm going to make myself a little enchanting station, I want loads more than that. And Ender Farms are brilliant for XP. I've turned it off now by placing the torches at the top and killed all of the Endermen that were left off. I'm going to get rid of some of the excess because there's going to be loads of Ender pearls gooking up the system. Let that flick away for a little while and then boop, pop that off, close that up again. And I'm going to come along here and on this, I'm just going to get my book that I happen to have and my trident, and I'm going to pop mending on my trident, which means I can now fix my trident. In fact, maybe I should have done that before. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it now. I've got my trident in my offhand. It's got a durability of 37. Let's batter these kids, and hopefully that durability will pretty quickly bang up to full health. I love that. I need to get a couple more enchantments on this trident, like loyalty, for example. That would be good to get on there, and probably a couple more. And then it will be the world's best trident, and that's what I want. So I promised you 9, and I actually gave you 10. And in reality, I'm about to give you another one. Because there's also the wither killing station, which if you come down here, look, and you come along here, and you come along all the way down here, it's going to take you to underneath the gateway that takes you back to the overworld. Now, if you've never used a killing station before, these things are awesome. They're also a little bit scary because, well, frankly, they're just scary. Just take it from me. They're just quite scary because if you get it wrong, everything goes really, really badly. All you need to do is put your wither scales on and obviously that generates the wither skeleton, but their head turns into the bedrock, and because their head's in the bedrock, that means that they can't do anything and they die. If you then have animals in here or something like that, it's a really good way to get wither roses. I did a tutorial on one of these about 400 years ago if you want to go and look at it. It's somewhere on the channel. I'm not going to give you the link because frankly I can't be bothered to go and look for it, but if you can be bothered to go and look for it, it'll be delightful for you to watch. I know, that's terrible content creation. I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't know where it is. Have a little search, you'll find it, and maybe you'll find some other stuff you want to watch as well. So a bit of a different Avotopia today because I've not built anything and I've run out of time, so I'm not going to build anything, but next time I will build something, I promise you. That was really cool. 11 actual farms, 9 given to me by Infiniminimal, Mama May, Thunderboo, and then obviously we've got Willie's 39's one, and we've got the Wither Killing Station underneath, which was made for the entire community as well. It is a really, really cool server. So again, if you fancy coming to have a play, it's open to my Redstone patrons and above. Information on how to become a patron is on avomance.com, and there are loads and loads of other perks as well, like my Creative World download, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. So do come along. It'll be really fabulous to see you and come play with us. And I will genuinely look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.